Hi, everybody, and welcome to Sci-Fi-Vision for March 10th. I am just trying to get up picture here. There we go. Hey, that worked pretty fast. I didn't think that was going to work. I was having issues. But welcome, everybody. So let me fix this. Karen is maybe going to be along with us. If not, it will be myself and AJ tonight. But welcome, everybody. Thank you if you are joining us. We have the second episode of Monarch tonight, although it showed up the last picture, so ignore that part.
Yeah, that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, no, I have to switch the order. It's sorted the wrong way. There we go.
That's okay.
It should reset it. Come on, reset the pictures. But anyway, welcome if you're coming. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. Please make sure you like the video, hype it if you can, and subscribe to Sci-Fi Vision as always. Before we start, I did want to make a couple quick announcements. Scarlett and I believe Jen and Doc as well. Tomorrow at 10 p.m. Eastern, we are going to do a From trailer breakdown because I know everybody wants that. So we're going to do that. And yeah, so that's tomorrow. So make sure you come. And also, we've now got 2 From actors confirmed that are going to be on the show coming up in the next few weeks. I'm not going to tell who yet, but you'll see soon. So stay tuned for more news of that. And if you are not a member of our Discord, please make sure that you join. I'll put the link in the chat so you can get our schedule and everything else. And also our watch parties. We might have a season 3 From finale watch party tomorrow before we do the live stream, if people want to see it. So yes, but yes, please join us for that tomorrow. And that is it. So hello, AJ.
Hi.
I'm trying to open all my windows. I finally, my computer's been working, but then like I had an issue right before I connected. Stupid StreamYard decided to not like me tonight. Everything else was fine. So what did you think of the second Monarch? Why I'm gonna fix this while you're talking here.
It was good. It's kind of, still kind of setting up for the rest of the season. I have one question that was bothering me the entire episode. You got all these high-tech gadgets. I mean, this ship is to the nines. Did they forget to install showers? Because all right, so Lee, I get. Lee went right into the command center saying, hey, we need to do this, we need to do that. But everybody else, there's no excuse for them being as dirty as they were. Like, the first thing I would have been after, everything they, especially, like, Kate. Kate is covered. May and, what's-his-face there? Oh, God, I forgot his name. Kentaro. They're, they were fighting off some kind of lizard thing. Like, they're all really dirty. And the whole episode, I'm just like, they've been walking around this ship doing nothing. They could have taken 5 minutes to take a shower.
Yeah, they could have. But to be fair, they like never on TV, they're all whoops. Oh crap. It didn't save it. They never take showers, it doesn't seem like, on TV because they're always covered in blood. There we go. Now it's in order. But yeah, you're right. I hadn't really thought about it, but you're right. They are quite dirty. I hadn't really thought about it. I'm not sure that was really my complaint. I really liked this episode. I'm glad we finally got a little bit more about the monster, I guess you could say, that's in the past that they're dealing with. And I'm trying to remember exactly where it ends. I'm trying to look at the pictures and see so I don't say anything I shouldn't say. It ends though with us not actually seeing it, right? It just comes in. So yeah, I was glad that we got further in that. I was really surprised, and then we can go in order. I was just gonna say I was surprised that it was not a sacrificial altar like we had. Well, it was a sacrificial altar, but I mean, it wasn't a people sacrificial altar is what I mean. I had assumed it was.
Yeah, but they left them out there.
That is true. That is true. They still sacrificed them, just not wasn't quite the same. Let's put it that way. But it wasn't that like I figured they were going to tie them to it or something like that, right?
Gotcha.
That's what I assumed would happen. But now I lost my picture. Okay, hold on. I'm having all kinds of issues. All right. So we left off with Kong there in the water and them coming back. I think we talked a lot last week about how we were glad they were back already. So I guess we really didn't have to deal too much with that, which is a good thing. But I think we sort of already talked about that. So let's see. So now Tim is kind of in control, right? Because the leader is
Reluctant.
dead. I forget her name now. The one who was in charge.
Verdugo.
Berdudo, yeah. So she's dead. He's in charge now. I don't know. Like I said last week, I like him getting a chance, and I think he's going to get better at it probably as he goes. But he isn't maybe the one who you would expect to
Well,
be there.
it's funny. He's like, sir, what do we do? And Tim has no idea he's talking to him. Like he
Yeah.
was totally clueless.
Yes, he has no clue. But yeah, I don't know. Do you think that he'll, in the end, be able to?
No. No.
No.
Which is a good thing because Shaw is just like, this is what we need to do. So let's do it.
Let me ask you then. What do you think is going to happen? Who do you think is going to take over, Shaw?
I don't think I don't think it's a matter of anybody really taking over. I mean, it's only 8 episodes. They might, like, corporate. I honestly, I think if anything, I think we might see what's her face again from Apex. I think that might come into play.
Yeah.
She might show back up and be like, "Oh, I'm your new boss,"
Yeah. God, my brain is blanking. I'm thinking names and I'm completely. You mean the one that May worked for, and I cannot. I was going to get up. I don't have my list up of the cast. Sorry. Usually I at least have it in front of me. So like when I feel stupid and forget somebody's name, I can at least look, and I can't even do that. Lala. Actually, her name isn't up there, so I don't know what her name is. But yeah, the woman that May worked for. I agree. I think that it seems like going by the opening credits that they've sort of it looks like there's going to be a lot of Apex, right? Just because it's like I said, it's in the opening credits, and they're kind of I think are going to pit them against each other. I think that
well, it's all connected, so
yeah. But I mean, like I said before, I didn't really know anything about Apex to begin with, so I don't know. Yeah, because I haven't seen this stuff. So why don't you tell me? But now that I think about it, now that we're doing this, like what should people know about Apex that I probably wouldn't have known when I first started watching this?
Nothing really that important. I mean, I mean, they're a tech firm basically, and they're money hungry, and your typical villain, big business.
True. But there's not really anything else though that I mean that's what I mean, like I didn't know anything about that. I mean, other than they're off after money, obviously. I got that out of it. But that was about all I got out of it. Some of this I'm trying to remember what happened. Sorry, go ahead.
Let's put it this way. Whereas Monarch is trying to prevent Titans and everything, Apex wouldn't be against controlling the monsters or getting rid of the monsters and creating their own. Let's put it that way.
And using them. Okay, that makes sense. Because they do have more Apex in the movies and stuff, right? Which is the part that I don't know any about. Okay. That's why I was curious. I think a lot of this, and I'm sorry, I did not get a chance to rewatch this, but I think a lot of this is still her kind of blaming herself and feeling like everybody is mad at her for what she did for bringing Shaw back, or not for bringing Shaw back, for risking everything to bring Shaw back, and the fact that they brought Titan X back. Am I wrong, or is there something else I'm not remembering about the scene?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said I feel like a lot of the stuff with with Kate is about her feeling like people, which to some extent they are, that people are upset with her because she brought Titan X out when
Well,
she
she's upset with herself. She's glad she saved Shaw, but she feels responsible for letting
yeah, yeah.
you know.
So there's not a whole lot that she can do. But yeah. I mean, I we talked about this last week. I don't know how to say, do I agree or not agree? I think I agreed with her a little more than you guys did, or was thinking she shouldn't go.
Hey, just me.
Hey, yeah, hi, just me. Yes, AJ, to answer you. But yeah, I don't know. I feel both sides because I think that it made sense for her to go get Shaw because I think that he helped them with everything and they need him. But I also think that it was a big risk. And part of me is like, why would you do that? It's not worth the risk. So I can see both sides, but I get that she's going to blame herself no matter what, because I mean, that's another Titan. Like it could kill a lot more people. We don't know yet what's going to happen. If it's going to go very, very wrong.
This
We
should be
will
kind of
find
boring if they didn't accidentally let out a Titan. So,
Okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good
I
point.
mean,
Oops.
on one hand, it's like on one hand to leave him down there doesn't do much to him because of the time dilation, but at the same time, with everything else going on, it's just like it's just they've all got this close knit bond, and you don't leave anyone behind. Shaw wouldn't, like she said, Shaw wouldn't have left them behind. Shaw would have done everything he could. You know what I mean? Shaw helped them find their father. Shaw helped. They they got
Yeah. Well, that's also
Jacob.
usually like the motto of, the military too. Don't leave
Right.
anybody behind. So I'm sort of surprised that they were all quick to be like, no, 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 we're not going to save them. But you're right. They could have maybe thought it through, found a little bit safer way because they could have taken a week and he still would have been fine, right?
And that's the thing, though. They were so dead set against it that's why she reacted immediately. Had they
Yes.
been like, okay, we're gonna go get him, give us a minute, let's figure out the best way to do this, but they weren't doing that.
No, they weren't.
They were
I
just
just
like,
noticed
nope,
I'm
sorry,
like looking at
done.
this.
Huh?
Sorry, no, I just happened to see that the Raven's like floating in the middle of I just noticed it now. That's because I switched scenes in order to get rid of Karen's box. I just now, I'm sorry. Keep going. I just noticed it and it looked really bizarre. It was floating in midair.
Yeah, I didn't really notice it.
Yeah, I get too picky about it. Now I lost track of what I was saying. Oh, yeah, I think that if they had like stopped and she had talked to them, that maybe they could have found out a better way and done it together because being rash and doing that is what caused the
Right,
problem.
that's
But
what I'm saying.
they
That's what I'm
may
saying.
never have done
Verdugo was like, no, end of discussion.
it. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Verdugo wasn't, had Verdugo been like, all right, I understand, what, you're right, we can't leave him there, but we need to think about this. And could have even said, listen, he could be, let's take some time. A week to us is 5 minutes to him. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And the other thing is, you would think about the fact that at least, well, I mean, granted, this is a TV show; it's not real life. But it's kind of like if you say no like that, you probably ought to expect that somebody's going to try to do it, right? Like she could have at least tried to talk her out of it, and didn't even, get a chance because the way
yeah,
she
but
did it.
that's the thing, I mean, Verdugo looks at them as like a bunch of kids who got
Yeah.
lucky.
Well, I mean, they
That,
to some are.
yeah, but that you know what I mean? Though they still accomplished it, regardless of how age isn't even a thing, but that's how people, in positions of power like that tend to react to them.
That is true, but it's not untrue that that's how they escaped either. A lot of it was luck. But I mean look at Keiko. She was gone for how many decades? Even
Yeah,
Shaw before was. So it doesn't always go to plan. Like they could have
no,
totally really fucked it up. More so than they did anyway. Um all right. So then we have the flashback from 1957, which we get to look at more of the cave paintings. There's that creature. I mean, we talked about last week that they maybe should listen and leave, and that Billy is unwilling to go. Um,
and then
I
leaves.
Yeah, and then ends up leaving. You're right. That's kind of the funny part is he's like the one doesn't want to leave and then he does leave. Look, I did not that I didn't like it as a story, but it irritated me the fact, like, I can appreciate that she likes that he lets her make decisions and doesn't try to force her to do what he wants. Okay, I appreciate that. But the fact that he left them and went on his own really irritated the shit out of me. What did you think? Did that bother you?
No, because it's who Billy is. I mean, we've been getting these backstories, learning about them, and I mean, they're all, I mean, yeah, yes, Shaw's there to protect them mostly for the most part, but they're all each individual person out for the, like she says, she's like, we always you get it, you get on these tangents and you want to go and we go. She's like, but I want to study the science. I want to, so it makes sense that they separated momentarily,
I guess.
because you can accomplish more. If he's right, then they can get ahead of it, while she's figuring out the science of it.
That's fair. I think it's like I said too. It's like I'm looking at it as it's a TV show. You know something's going to go wrong. They don't know they're in a TV show, so to them they felt safe. But she's got Shaw. It's not like she's not protected while she's there. He didn't
Right.
leave her there alone. If he did, then I would have had
And she's
big
pretty
problem.
capable of protecting herself too, but there's no way
Yeah,
Shaw was going to leave her.
um, yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I was just a little annoyed. I'm like, why are they separating? But I mean, it's yeah, I get it, and you're not wrong with what you're saying. I kind of feel like I guess that I wanted him
Think of it
to
like this.
her side.
It-
Like she's like, I know you want to do this. I feel like I don't know, part of me felt like he should have been like, okay, then we'll stay if that's what you want. Instead of being like, well, you stay and I'll go. Like he could have made the choice she wanted for once and went along with it, is how I felt. But
think of it this way. Look at it. I mean, this is on a grander scheme. Um, but think about it. Say you and a significant other, you get up in the morning and you both go off to work in separate directions. You
yeah.
don't go. You don't say, "Oh, come to work with me today," or "You come to work." You know what I mean? Look at that. I
No,
know it's on a grander scale and it's different, but
yes, you're right. But I'm looking at it as they're in the middle of,
no,
I
I
don't
know
know,
how you're. I know how you're. I get how you're seeing it.
yeah, and like I said, I appreciate that he isn't trying to force her to do what he wants. I just feel like it wouldn't have hurt him to go along with her. And it sounds like to me it kind of felt more like, well, I respect you, but not enough to stay with you. I don't know, but I might also be because I'm seeing it from the woman's point of view too. Maybe that makes a difference. I don't know. Um, but that's kind of how I felt a little bit. I was a little bit annoyed at Billy for that. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Golden Child. Golden Child says she should have read the room and knew they weren't wanted on the island. I think she knew they wanted him to leave. I think just
Yeah.
nobody was listening. Nobody was
Well,
listening.
Billy was the one that couldn't read the room. He goes walking in, pulling his camera out, trying to take
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah. That's I guess the other reason too. I'm like, is she safe? I would say yes, because Shaw's there to protect her. Other than the fact it seemed like there was a sacrificial altar in the middle of the town. So maybe not for that reason. But otherwise, normally I'd say, well, he's there to protect her. She's not going to be like on her own. Um, but yeah, like I said, it's a TV show. You know, something is going to inevitably go wrong there with that. All right. So, is this the part where I'm sorry that I'm not remembering everything. Is this the part where he basically says his boss was told him uh to
Yeah,
send Shaw out and he's like, I didn't get the memo. Um
yeah.
that I liked. I mean, it was good like for a scene, between them, but I also like that he made his own decision, number one, and he's being a leader. That's what they wanted, right? But I like that he went against what they wanted because he knows that they need him. He's being smart.
Well,
Whether he'll
and that's the thing.
continue to follow his own advice, I don't know, but
Well, that's the thing too, because Tim knows he is not the person to lead the charge.
mhm.
He is going to be the one making final decisions because he's technically the boss. But in these situations, you want to have as many people with knowledge around you as possible, and nobody has more knowledge than Shaw and Keiko. You
Very
know?
true. But I feel like maybe he should have expressed that to his boss instead of just completely
Oh
disregarding the.
yeah, no, you can't express that to a corporate head.
True, true. But I feel
Yeah,
like
they
that's
weren't
probably
gonna.
to bite him in
Yeah,
the butt later.
the corporate head isn't gonna want to hear any of that.
That is true, but I don't know. I just figured when that happened, I'm like, that's going to come back around. Like, there's no way he can get away with being like, oh, I didn't see, I didn't see your memo. That doesn't last too long. I don't think. I don't think it will. But I do think that Shaw respected him at that point. Um, anyway, and then we have May and Kate. Um, Yeah, I think we said last week that we see tension, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
definitely
Oh,
see
yeah. Absolutely.
more and more
But
that
perfect
something.
example. Right now, they're having a conversation that means nothing. They could have been taking a shower. Hell, they could have taken a shower together and conserved on water and had the conversation. But no,
You're right.
everybody's got to be dirty.
Yeah,
They
they are. I
forgot.
can see now that you said that. I'm looking at May's shirt and I'm like thinking, yeah, they are really dirty
They,
still.
they, they, they. I'm telling you, that's the only explanation I'll accept is they forgot to put showers in the ship.
Yeah, maybe.
They've got living quarters, but they forgot to put showers. I mean, even if I'd seen one of them go to a sink and wash their face.
Yeah, they didn't really need to show us even them taking the
And it's
time
funny,
to
it's
do
funny. I didn't.
it.
It was mostly them that was driving me nuts. But then I noticed later, Keiko's still dirty too. Keiko has
So
been on that ship for 2 days.
yeah, that's strange. That's one thing the young ones, but you're right. The older ones would have probably taken a shower by now. I don't know. I usually get annoyed when people are covered with blood for a long time, but they're not that dirty. But you would still think, yeah, they would have tried to get a little cleaner and not have dirt all over their face like she seems to. Some of that's bruises, but I think most of it's dirt. It looks like. But yeah, anyway, there is tension though, I know, between them and Kate as she's still struggling with what she did. Uh, and their hair is still intact. You're right. Well, their hair is always going to be perfect, Golden Child. That's how it is in TV. All right. So they see the Titan coming and they don't know what to do. Remind me what it is. I know that Shaw has a plan and he talks to him
Well,
into it.
so the Titan is headed towards land,
Yes.
and there are a bunch of ships that are in a holding pattern to dock. And if they don't do something soon, that Titan is just gonna blast through all those innocent people.
Right.
So they're spitballing, and him and Keiko are like, oh, remember the Sonics? And like, so they decide the creature responds to a sonic pulse. So he gets the bright idea to get the drone,
Okay.
and then
Because I was
and
going to
then
say
here,
we had that thing, but they
yeah,
broke.
and
They
then
broke it.
Hero is like, I think I can change the frequency on the drone, and we can fly it out and divert
Yeah.
the Titan in a different direction.
Yeah. Okay. So they do eventually listen to Shaw, but it ends up, I know that it ends up the drone crashes and
Well, of
he
course,
goes out.
well, it crashed because Shaw
He
got
told them
carried
to get
away.
close to the water like they weren't supposed to do.
Oh well, then the tail whacked it out of the.
Oh, that's right.
Well, not tail, but one of the tentacles whacked it.
Now, do they still have Hey Doc? Thanks for dropping
Hi, Doc.
by. Everybody, please like and subscribe. And visit Doc's channel as well to check out his Monarch stuff that he has weekly. Sorry, I got a message pop up there. I don't know. Ever since I redid, or I don't know what I redid, whatever I updated, I keep getting like out loud notifications. I don't even know if you can hear them, but every time I get an email, it goes
I heard him.
ding. It's not supposed to do that. I need to figure out how to turn it back off. But what I was going to say is, does he take the little ball with him, the little diving bell thing, or what? Because doesn't he take a sonic thing with him when he goes out, or does he just get it to chase somebody?
He takes the creature. He takes the scarab.
I forgot about the creature. Okay, we didn't get to that part yet.
Yeah, we didn't get to the scarab yet.
No, yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So he's leaving. We already said that. And this is where they're like, hey, come party with us, come drink with us. And we're thinking, yeah, this does not seem like a good idea, right? I think everybody knew it wasn't a good idea. But Shaw and Keiko are going to go mingle with the locals, and they think that that will help, which it probably won't, is what I was thinking. But they agree to go in to, and there's a picture. That's a great picture of the village. I wonder if they probably filmed this at like a real village that was already there, like on the docks. I guess they could have remade it, but either way, it looks cool. All right, so this is where Keiko feels the vibrations in the cave, and they know that something is coming. And I know that Shaw can't feel it, right? He can't hear it, but he listens to her, and she feels something. So do you think that that's just like she's noticing it and he isn't? Or do you think, oh wait, that's right, this is before she gets pulled down under? I was going to say, do you think her getting down there did something to her? But this is before that happens, because this is all flashback. I don't know. Why do you think that she's noticing it and nobody else is?
I don't know. I don't know why she's feeling it and Shaw's not feeling it. And even the second time that they feel the vibration, she's like, do you feel it? And he's like, no. And then it got louder, and he went, okay, I felt that. So I don't know why he's not feeling it or hearing it.
No, I just
And
wondered if maybe it's
yes.
like a female thing. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
That
know. I don't know why she seems to be more in tune with it than Shaw is.
Yeah, well, she sets up her little speakers at any rate.
I mean, to be fair, Shaw's also too busy longingly looking at her.
Okay, that's her. He's not paying enough attention to the ground, I guess. Okay, so this is them talking about using the drones. And we already talked about that. All right. So they're moving the equipment. They're going to go out to the party, see what they can find out. I was wrong. This is where they invite them. I thought they invited them back there. I think that was just where they said that they could stay. But I think they're also talking about the legend a little bit. And I think this is, if I remember rightly, I think this is where I got the feeling that the woman that's there doesn't seem to maybe believe in it as much as the men, or at least that she's not interested in it.
She believes in it. I think the thing is that she doesn't want them to die.
No, she doesn't want to.
Feels bad about that. That's what I think you're feeling from her. She totally believes in the whole thing. I mean, it's not a belief system really. It's just that's what they say, because you don't tell people, yeah, there's a giant monster that comes and then makes all the fish float up on shore.
Yeah. Well, I remember when I first saw this, though, I kind of wondered, like, have they actually seen this happen before? Or is this like a legend that they're waiting to happen? Because that to me wasn't super clear. Because
That's a good, that, you know what, that's a good point.
That's, I think, why I probably thought that, because
We don't know how often this happens.
Yeah. Yeah, it could just be them, like, that's why I kind of felt like it was a belief more than they knew it was coming, but that might just be the way I took it. The woman said she was gonna give them a final warning, but she never did. I
Well,
think that he talked her out of it.
yeah, well, no, he didn't talk her out of it. He told her it was too late.
Yeah, that's right. He did say it was too late. But yeah, something bad's coming. But yes, up until this point, I really thought they were going to try to sacrifice them, especially when they drugged them. And I know we're not to that part yet, but that's really what I thought was going on. All right, here they are fixing the drone with the tech from the ball in order to make it work. Oops, why is it not clicking on it? And she's finally getting to work with her kid. I don't know that there was anything particular in the scene other than them working. So if I missed something, let me know. So yeah, Shaw, I just want to keep saying Kurt Russell, is telling him how to fly it and not really listening to their advice. Then Kate, who's off wallowing, she sees blood in the hallway everywhere. So I don't know how many people have been killed at this point. We just see blood splatter. And then we realize that the Scarab is still on the ship, which we thought that Shaw killed or
No,
No,
that's
I don't know.
it's a different scarab. There was when they landed the helicopter
Oh, that's
on the
right. One
ship when
don't
they
go
first
on,
got there.
huh?
There was one on the back of the helicopter.
Okay, I forgot about that. Yeah, I was assuming
So
it was the same one, and he was
we've been watching the scarab go around the ship for a while. We saw it attack at least one person. I don't remember
Yeah,
the
no,
name.
I remember that, but I was thinking that it was the one that came from his diving bell thing.
Oh, he killed that one.
I've just assumed that like he thought he killed it and he didn't. I didn't think that much into
No,
it.
he
I didn't
definitely killed that one.
I had forgotten it was on the outside. Either way, it got in and she's like, I'm gonna get you with the fire extinguisher. But hey, at least she's trying. I want to say at one point they figure out that it's there, but I think because doesn't Kentaro, I don't have a picture of it, but I was thinking Kentaro came and helped her, but maybe not.
Yeah. No, Kintara and May show up, and Kintara shoots it with a flare gun.
Okay, because I don't think
She's
unless that's
she
this
was
is. There
about
it
to
is.
use
That
yeah
is.
she was
Yeah.
about to use the fire extinguisher on it, and she forgot to pull the pin.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, he shoots it and crisis averted, at least for now. And then this is with the drone, them trying to lead it away. And Shaw thinks he knows everything and he tells him to go too low. And that's how they lose the drone.
He didn't tell
Um,
them. He took the controls away from
yeah,
the
he
guy.
grabbed it. They wouldn't listen. And it's like, I know you know things, but sometimes other people know things too.
Yeah,
In that moment, it wasn't great that he did that because
no,
he could have
but
killed people.
but when but then the scarab lets out a sonic scream, and that's when the
It
Titan
draws the
turns
attention. Yeah, and it turns anyway. Then it turns that's right, it turns for them when it
right
goes
at
to
them.
yeah, and that is how Shaw, gets the idea once he figures out where it's at. But in the meantime, we see them on their island and they are getting them high. Well, drunk. I guess it's liquid form, so I guess you'd say drunk, but they seem more high. They're hallucinating. It's like
Well,
yahe or something.
they
Yeah,
are drugged. I mean,
they're drugged, but they put it in the drink that they gave them, and they're like hallucinating, seeing things. They're dancing, they're having fun. Um, I feel like they maybe should have figured out that something was wrong before they did. But they're trusting, a little too trusting. I don't know. What did you think was going to happen? Because I already told you what I still thought was going to happen at this point. I really thought they were going to try to sacrifice him. What did
I
you think?
mean, I didn't really know. I mean, it was pretty obvious right away that they drugged them.
Oh yeah.
Um, but then they didn't do anything after that. So I thought they were going to do something, and then they did nothing, and they just partied. But then they
Yeah,
left it there.
there's Fletcher. Let's see. Xavier on.
What?
I think that are you talking about a different show? Oh, we're not on Paradise yet. He means from Paradise. Yes, we're
Oh,
not quite there yet.
I
Hi, Fletcher. You're
I
confusing
flashed.
me.
I was like,
What you
what is he talking about?
Yes, yes, I don't know. I
He's
missed
just
that.
putting all the names of all the shows together.
Yes, yes. I got that. It's a little bit early, but hello,
The
Fletcher.
last of
Thank
Silo
you.
invaded.
Yes, everything. Um, just a reminder to everybody, I just thought about it because Fletcher showed up. Make sure you guys do like the video, hype it if you can, subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision, and don't forget that tomorrow at 10 Eastern, we are going to have the from season 4 trailer breakdown. And if everybody wants it, we'll do a watch party of the season 3 finale right before that in Discord. So let me know, guys, what in Discord. Let me know if you want to do the watch party because I don't want to do it if people aren't going to watch it. But I thought it might get us ready for it. Yes, you heard from Fletcher. That's why I said you came and it made me think about it. We're doing the breakdown tomorrow. We were going to do it today, but everybody and their uncle was having a live stream this afternoon and Scarlett couldn't make it. So we just decided we were going to wait and we're going to do it tomorrow night. And Jen's going to come and Doc's going to come. It's going to be fun. You guys, of course, are welcome, but I figure you just think we're insane. So I figured you didn't want to come. But you and Karen are more than welcome to come.
I'm good.
But yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, the the official trailer dropped today. But I think everybody who is listening to our show probably knows that. But yeah, so it's getting here. And as I said, we have at least 2 from guests confirmed for our show, but we don't have a date yet. I have a feeling by the emails I got today, I'm going to have a couple more confirmations tomorrow. So yeah, look out for that news. All right. So back to the party. Yeah, they're high. They dance, right? Yeah, I was gonna say they dance
Yeah.
around.
They get pulled into the ceremonial dance.
Yeah, and they hallucinate kissing, or not, maybe not hallucinate, think about kissing each other. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's a
It's
hallucination.
a flashback. No, it's a flashback from season 1 when they did kiss.
Oh, that already happened. Okay, see, I watched them together, so my timeline's a little screwed up, and I didn't know if that had happened yet when we were talking about last week, so I was careful with some of what I said. All right. So yeah, they are remembering their little boo boo. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, that they shouldn't have done. And then this is where they bring out that humongous fish that is like so creepy looking. And yeah, they hang up and sacrifice the fish for the creature, kind of, because the fish is a sacrifice, but also they are a sacrifice because they
Well,
leave.
so here's the thing. I feel like the fish getting gutted for some reason called the scarabs, which then in turn called Titan X.
Yeah. So I have to question why they felt the need to kill Shaw and Keiko, or was that just so people didn't find out?
Exactly. Yeah, that's all it is. Can't have
Okay.
witnesses.
So it was really them just being murderous, not that they thought they had to do it or to protect themselves
Right.
or whatever. All right, fair enough. But yeah, they start putting the blood all over them. They're getting nutty as they are all high and they're doing their dance and everything. And yeah, they're like, we need to get out of here. They realize a little too late. And then here is where the drone crashes, but he finds out about the scarab and he grabs the scarab. He's wrapping it up there, I think. And even though nobody knows what he's doing, he takes it out on the little boat so he can protect them. He's going to sacrifice himself in order to get the Titan to go a different direction. And you can see there the vibrations. And it's interesting because clearly this is playing in tandem with the whole thing with the vibrations that Keiko felt, back in 57.
Right.
It's showing that it all is to do with the sonic waves. This is where they are left there and they are like, oh no, what are we gonna do? They must have went back down in the cave. I didn't remember them going back down the cave, but since I have a picture of the
They,
cave, they must have went back down in the cave.
they did not go back in the cave.
Oh no, okay, I'm sorry. It is just showing the scarabs that are under there. So they are about ready to come above ground and attack, or well, at this point we don't know yet. We just see them coming up. And they're gonna, I can't tell if you can see them in that picture, but they're coming up all over the land and they are locked out and they are screwed. So they got to figure out where to go. And then meanwhile, they see Shaw and they're like, oh no, he went out. He took the boat. What are we going to do? And they think he gets killed.
Well, not yet. He's still leading it away right now.
Well, my next picture is the wave. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
why I'm saying he goes out and they're worried he's dead because this huge wave comes. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think that I was worried for him just because I don't think they're going to kill Kurt Russell's character. But I don't know. I mean, did
But
you think he was fine or what did you think?
I thought he was fine, not because I think they won't kill Kurt Russell's character. I think that is a completely plausible
Oh,
possibility.
fair.
But it was that typical dramatic moment of, oh my God, he's dead. No, he made it. So
Yeah,
that
because they're all like, no. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he has a bit of plot armor. I felt like, I mean, maybe not everybody feels like that, but I think he has a little bit of plot armor there. Um, yeah, it's just, I mean, we know in the flashback they have plot armor because they're in the present, but I feel like
yeah.
he had, I feel like out of everybody he has some plot armor. But anyway, he comes speeding back and it worked, and Tim's like, like, okay, good, he's alive because he thought he died too. They all thought he died. And then there is Keiko and Shaw running from the Titan. And you're right, all of the scarabs go towards it. The scarabs aren't attacking them, so there's that, I guess. But yeah, shit, what are they going to do? Is basically
And
where they're.
here's my thing. Like, I mean, until we get to the next episode, I'm not really sure what the deal is. Like, I feel like Like as soon as all the scarabs get to the Titan, does the Titan just say, "Okay, thanks," and turns around and goes back out to the ocean? Or like I'm thinking, what good is any of their houses, because this Titan could decimate the entire little town in 2 seconds if it comes on land.
No, you're right. I have to assume though that if it seems like at this point that this has happened before. Like I said, I thought maybe it was just like a legend, but if it's happened before, the people have been safe. So I would assume that that's not what, at least that it wasn't going to go where they are, other than they're standing there. I mean, it could be different because there's actually like live humans there instead of locked inside. I might see them and be like, I'm going to eat you. I don't know. But yeah, either way, they need to find a place to go. Doc says they might unalive Shaw, but I do know that both Russells will be in the Monarch spinoff. I think it all depends if Kurt wants to do 2 shows. I did not realize there was another spinoff.
What do you mean?
I mean, I guess I realized it. I vaguely remember talking about it, but like I had forgotten about it.
It's a prequel.
A prequel.
It's pretty funny. It's a prequel of a prequel.
Yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, they could definitely unalive him then for that reason. But I also wonder though, are they doing still the 2 time periods then, or no?
There's gonna. I'm not. All I know is the spinoff is gonna be. I think the spinoff. I'm not sure when the spinoff is supposed to be set specifically. I just know that it's in the past.
Okay, but it is going to have Kurt Russell then. It's not going to be pure his son playing Shaw.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not
will they
sure.
have both? I don't know. But yeah, I guess I mean, it could be that maybe maybe the young one's going to stay in this one and he's going to go the other one. Who knows? I just figured he had plot armor, but I had forgotten that had been announced. So Cold War era. And Jamie, who's bad at history, I'm trying to think. That's 19 what? 30s? No. I don't know. Don't ask me. Cold War era. It's going to take place. All right. Well, that is it for Monarch. Do you have any thoughts of what you think is going to happen?
No. They're gonna try and capture the Titan or send it back at least.
Well, yeah, they gotta make sure everybody's safe. Hold on, I'm trying to make sure this is in order. I'm going to open Paradise. All right. Well, if we have nothing else for Monarch, then we will go to Paradise. I'm going a lot quicker because Karen's not here, I noticed.
Yeah, that typically happens.
It does. It does. All right. Let me get open gotta change the photo here. There is Paradise. All right. So we left at the end of this is episode 5, right? So we left at the end of episode 4, and this means we're over halfway through. There's 8, aren't there? Or am I wrong? 10, Paradise. I was going to say, I thought there were 8. Okay, Scarab is going to cuddle with its giant mom. It might, as long as it doesn't cuddle with them. I think that's the issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there are 8 episodes, but this is episode 5, the Mailman. All right. So we pick up where we left off, which is with this guy who claimed to know Xavier's wife. Sorry, I'm trying to get this open. So I don't know. What did you think that it was the fact that it was a flashback? Did that irritate you? I know we had sort of talked a little bit about it.
I was fine with it. I know Karen probably hated it. Because Karen's been complaining that it's been too much flashback.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
But I didn't mind it because we haven't, we get to see what people on the outside were doing. We get to see what Terry's been up to while everybody else was living in paradise. The big shock for me was they played a song that wasn't a fucking cover. They played Mr. Jones, and it was actually by the Counting Crows.
Oh, that's cool. Well, that's not.
That was the opening song.
Some of the other ones, But yeah, that's good. At least they paid for one, I guess, right?
But then they did a cover at the end of the episode of that song.
Well, I want to do both. Kelly says she likes seeing what happened to Terry. I kind of agree. I didn't mind seeing what happened to her. I don't know that I needed a whole episode on it, but at the same time, she's been a pretty big influence on everything that's happened. So it didn't really bother me. I think I agree though with what Karen said last time, though. I don't think we needed so much flashback of like their meet cute
Well,
and
yeah,
everything. Like that.
the Terry and Xavier flashback I felt stretched out. I didn't think we needed all that we got of that. This was fine. This was no different than meeting Annie. You know, it
Yeah.
was just seeing what other people were doing and everything. My only complaint was I know they were putting together a team for survival, but nobody thought to bring board games.
Well, they thought of the important things. I mean,
Right,
look,
I know. I like I said, I understand it was about survival, but somebody, I mean, come on.
no,
Especially
you're right. You
especially
got to
considering
remember.
these two, especially considering those two met gaming.
Yes, yes, very true. Wait, I'm trying to see if I know this person. Somebody on Discord. I don't know. It's not letting me click. It's being dumb. Sorry, I was trying to see. Okay. Let's see. Fletch says, I'm starting to think the
Fletch
kid
is
being
what Fletch thinks this is Terminator.
I'm starting to think Bean might end up becoming Link himself. Both have made up names, fake ones, and now we're being introduced to time travel with the infamous sentence said towards Sinatra, you can't buy time. I can see Bean growing up to become Link himself by sending him back in time, trying to maybe prevent the catastrophic event.
But Link and Bean are in the timeline at the same time.
They are. But to be fair, I mean, we have had shows where they're in two places at once, two times at once.
All right,
So
fair. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about this show in that aspect. Until
yeah,
we actually until we find out exactly what Alex is, because I've after our show last week, I thought more about it, and I'm really worried.
yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's not necessarily time travel, though. At least that was my thoughts. Like it's something
Yeah,
to do with time, but is it time travel or is it seeing the future or is it predicting the future or is it time dilation, like we said? Golden Child, where's all this time travel talk coming from? Have you been watching it? There's no proof.
were you
We're just
not
talking
listening to us?
about
Did you not listen to us last week?
the whole reason, the main reason the time thing came in was when they the guy from Lost, I don't know his name on in here,
Phil.
but the one that that Sinatra wanted to steal Alec, well, we're assuming was Alex is what she took, but that was stealing an invention from him that he said to Billy before he killed him, you know, that he was meant to be there and you'll need this. And he gave him the Kleenex like right before he got blood all over his face. And, or no, he got a nosebleed. I'm sorry, he got a nosebleed.
Nosebleed.
Which implied possibly that he could see the future or knew the future or was in the future or something. We don't know yet. And Fletcher says you can't buy time, but Sinatra asked what she needed to save the show. Am I tripping? It's to save the world. To save the world. Yeah. Maybe it's to save maybe she needs a cheerleader to save the world. Yeah.
I was thinking same thing. Save the cheerleader, save the world.
Save the cheerleader, save the world. No, I think personally, I think when they said you can't buy the one thing you can't buy time, I kind of assumed that that was just saying she did buy time because she started building that and made a place for them to stay until whatever happened is over. Because she even says like about that little kid, like, oh, eventually you'll see the stars. Like I assume that they don't necessarily know, you know, what the environment is, but that, well, they do, we know they do now because they've seen the people, but that like they intended to stay in the bunker for quite a while. So she like bought time until whatever happened was over and they could come out. That's how I took it, that statement in particular that Fletcher's talking about. Golden Child says, I took it more as a premonition thing. I did too, Golden Child. We talked about the possibility of time travel. We talked about the possibility of seeing the future and the possibility of some kind of time dilation was, I think, the third thing we talked about. We don't really know. We're just spitballing ideas. We don't know that there's any time travel. There may not be. I kind of hope there isn't. Just because, look, I don't mind there being some kind of time thing because I like sci-fi, and I know you guys are kind of like you don't necessarily want that kind of sci-fi at all. I think from what you and Karen said, I don't I don't mind there being some timey-wimey sci-fi thing going along, but I don't want it to end up being like just time travel. I think that doesn't seem like this show. Um, I think
That's
they're
my
gonna
thing.
do it.
I don't think
Why
this is the show. That's the show we're watching. I'm not sure what Alex is.
yeah, I don't know. But we definitely think it's a what, right? I assumed it was
Oh yeah,
what
no.
went off to school.
Alex is a machine. He named it after his dying wife.
Yeah,
That's pretty obvious.
yes. And I think
Um,
it's what she stole, whatever it is that
Fletcher, I have nothing against time travel. This show is not that.
yes, but Dark is
And
very
I
good.
don't like shows that use time travel to undo everything that's happened, which means the entire shit was pointless. That I don't like either.
So there's an answer of why people hate time travel.
I like the
I
story
like
walking.
the
I have no
story
problem with
walking.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like the story walking. I think that was a
And
cool
that
twist.
and that and that works in that show.
And that's
This
not
is
exactly well, it is kind of time travel, but it's not exactly time
it's
travel. So it's
different.
kind of I'll say it eventually. Fletcher, not from, says Alex is artificial intelligence. I don't know that we got that. I just know he's something that guy made. So I don't know.
I mean, we don't know that it's necessarily AI, but
It's a good
it
theory
could
though.
be. It
Definitely
could
could
be.
be.
Yeah, we're not exactly sure what it is, but it
Yeah,
could be.
it definitely could be. I kind of like the idea. I think it was you that said time dilation, wasn't it?
No,
I
not
thought it
on
was
this
you.
show. Not on
So
this show.
I don't remember who said it, but I thought that was kind of a way to do something a little different that I could see maybe happening. But
I think Karen said it.
maybe
Karen
Karen.
said
Okay, I
something
thought it
like
was you. All right,
that. I don't
somebody
remember
said
what
it.
she said. I don't remember exactly what
Anyway,
she said or
it's
put it.
better than
All
time
right.
travel.
All right.
Okay, so
Let's
anyway,
talk about the episode.
yeah, we meet Gary. And I think it was Fletcher said something earlier. I skipped it. Sorry about knew who this actor was. I
Yeah,
recognize that
he
actor
was a
immediately.
serial killer and he liked him, which
Serial killer on Netflix and Mindhunter. Okay, I don't know who that was. But yeah, so we get to see his story. I agree with you. They should have brought some stuff for fun. They never remember the fun stuff. But look, I actually really like this sort of mundane story because it's like this guy who's a nobody, who's a nerd. He's actually pretty smart. Um, if he had, I was going to say he didn't. We were talking about Bean and could he be linked, but he didn't. I was going to say if he gave him a nickname, but he didn't give him a name. He calls him Bean, so I don't think that's the case. I was just thinking that because I said nerd. But anyway, so he's a mailman. He, like I said, it's mundane. He's just a nerd. He doesn't have friends.
Oh, sorry, Jamie. I just wanted.
No,
I'm sorry, Fletch. I thought you meant that you liked the serial killer. I misunderstood you.
oh, that's funny. Yes, you can like the actor. That's okay. All right. Um, yeah. I assumed he meant the actor. I guess
I knew
misheard
what
that.
he meant. I knew what he meant. I was just being.
No, I know. I assumed you meant that. But anyway, so yeah, this guy's like a nerd, has no friends, and he's the one, one of those people that could help, could save the world. Who knows? But he definitely is able to save the people. But he sees this kid and feels bad for him because his parents are like drugged out in the room, and he knows that they're not taking care of him. He offers him food, tries to make sure the kid's okay. And his name is Bean, or at least that's his nickname. I don't know what his real name is. And here is oh god, I just blanked. Gary. I completely I'm like, where did his name go? It's in my head. Playing a multiplayer online game, whatever we'll call it, with Normus P. Enos. Normus P. Ennis. It is now I remember that guy's name is Ennis. Now I remember. I didn't realize that it was spelled like that, and that was why his name.
You never know.
That.
You didn't know. I noticed that right away. It took me a minute to
No, I
realize.
mean I noticed the Normus penis, but I didn't realize it was P. Ennis. It just, I mean, that's just now hitting me because I'm looking at it. But yeah, so he talks to this guy in their voice chat while they play games on their computer, and he meets this guy and they become friends, and they're like, hey, if the world ever ended, this is what we would do. And they start having this hypothetical conversation, and then the world starts to end and they know what they're going to do. And hey, they actually made a plan and they followed through. They find out that the world may be ending, so they're going to start getting supplies. Here's where he gave the kid food. All right, he works in, like we said, he's a mailman, and he realizes that this post office is really fortified, and it has this I guess it's like a bomb shelter, I'd say, since it has
it's not like a bomb shelter, it is a bomb
shelter. Okay, it is a bomb shelter. It's got a bomb shelter in there. So he goes in and he stores all kinds of shit down there. Look, I just think the guy was really smart. I like that they had somebody do something like this that was genius, and it was just like a nobody. It wasn't like granted, Ennis was military, but it's just not
usually. Enos was not military. Whoa. Enos was not military. Enos was a cable guy.
Okay, I forgot. I was thinking he had on camo, but that's right.
He did, but just anybody could go buy camo.
I know, he just wore camo. Okay, forget I said that. Anyway, I like that it's like an everyman that does it instead of like a strong military guy. That was where I was going with it, even if what I said didn't make sense. So yeah, he puts all kind of supplies down there, and somehow nobody notices, and he's able to store all this. And then they're like, if the world ends, this is what we need to do. And then they're like, oh shit, the world's ending. We need to get together and take care of things. So there he is. I knew he had some camo. I'm like, he had some camo. You know who that is, right?
Yeah,
you did, right?
Yeah,
from Revival. Okay, I didn't know if you recognized it. Yeah, Ibrahim from Revival.
It's Andy McQueen.
Yes, which we better get renewal news for soon. We're still hoping. So yeah, these two nerds get together and they're like, we're gonna get everybody, and they go through methodically. I love the idea of where they're like, well, if we're gonna have a society, we need a person who can do this, and we need a person who can do that, because that is like the smartest thing I've ever heard somebody, or one of the smartest things I've ever heard, like somebody figure out in an end of the world thing, right? And granted, they did that with Paradise. I mean, that's kind of what they did. They got one of everybody and took the scientists they needed and everything. But I like that they figured it out. It's like, we're going to need this. We're going to need this. And we're going to find these people that I guess have no families that are willing to come off with us. And we're going to live together and make our own little crazy society. Yeah, I just
my favorite part was the hot nurse. And they found a hot nurse, and she was a lesbian.
Yeah. No, yeah. Hey, well, they got their nurse at least, though.
I know. It's just funny.
Yeah, no, it is. 2 nuclear missiles are inbound towards Atlanta. Estimated impact in 20 minutes. Find your nearest shelter. So yeah, that list tells you what you need. They already got all that. They don't have to worry about that. They're good to go. So I did like that he went in and got the kid. I felt really bad for the kid, and I'm thinking this kid just lost his parents, or is about to lose his parents, right? But I really like that this guy is like, as much as he's just like a dork or whatever, he's kind of like, I have to at least save this kid because I can. I mean, look, I don't know later. I kind of wonder if maybe he just wanted to play house a little bit and he wanted a family. So maybe that was why. But I mean, I think he was doing
a very true golden child.
This point I think was doing it for the right reasons, though. My chat wasn't updated. Sorry. The cable guy seems like trouble from the start. I gave you free cable. That makes her hotter. I'm not going to go there. Those are not his parents. Annie is his mother.
Fletcher's
all right, Fletcher. We'll see. Annie had a girl.
Annie, whoa. So hold on. The kid is Link, but Annie's his mother, and Link is his own father.
Yeah, you're your own grandpa, right? But seriously, Annie had a girl though, right? Or did she have a boy? Why am I?
Yes, Annie had a girl.
Okay, I thought so. She had a girl. So yeah, sorry, Fletcher.
Yeah,
I don't think
Annie's what she calls Annie's baby.
Yes. We've seen Dark.
Yes, we've seen Dark.
I still haven't seen the end though. I need to go back and watch the last season.
How have you not? You know what? We're not going there.
No, because I didn't see the last episode, and by the time I went to watch it, I was like, I do not remember enough to watch this. I have to watch the whole season again, and then I just didn't have the time and never finished it. For people who haven't seen Dark, maybe don't read Fletcher's comments. Anyway, he drags the kid into the, well, he doesn't drag him. He gets the kid to go in the mail truck with him. They take off. Ennis isn't sure, but he agrees to let him take him.
You know his name is
And
Enos, right?
Enos. Why am I? Well, it's spelled Ennis. I can't remember how they pronounce it, dude.
No, that's
And
how you spell Enos.
okay, well, I spell Ennis too. All right. Anyway, Terry, this is where we see Terry. She's on the phone with her husband, and we know that she does not make it to see Xavier. So we're finally seeing her side of it. So I was happy she showed up. There's the crash coming.
I love when the chopper starts to fall out of the sky, because I was like, uh-oh, they just hit the EMP.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I hadn't even. Yeah, you're right. They must have. So yeah, everything's going to shit. And this guy's like, come, I don't remember exactly what he says, but essentially, come with me if you want to live. I don't think he doesn't actually say that. I don't think. And it would have been funny if he did.
He doesn't say it like that. It would have been funny if he did.
It would have been funny if he did, though. But then we would have been having more time travel conversations. So maybe it wouldn't have been. But anyway, he's like, you can come with us. He just kind of makes this executive decision that Gary does, that he is going to save Terry as well. I don't know what role he thought she was going to play. Maybe he just was attracted to her. I don't know. But he's like, you're coming with us. And Enos is okay.
Well, he tells her later that there was the minute he saw her, he just knew there was something about her.
Yeah, something. And she's like, yeah, for some crazy reason, she follows this guy, which we don't know why, but she agreed to it.
Because the world is falling down around your ears.
I guess, but I don't know that he would be the person I would gravitate towards and think had a plan. I mean, he did, but like, if the world is ending, I don't know that that's where I would go necessarily.
She didn't have any other plan, so why not?
Saw her as a mother to the kid he just saved. That is a good point, Golden Child. You're probably right. And he's like, need somebody. Yeah. So we go back. At least we do get a little bit of Xavier here. No, we get some more of Xavier, but so he doesn't trust Gary, which may be for good reason. We don't know yet at this point. But he's like, I knew your wife. We saw that this is the end of the other episode. And he's like, she was taken. I'll show you where she was. And then we go back to the flashback and we meet the people that they grabbed for their, not grabbed, but they got for their group. They all have a role to play except for Terry and the kid. They all have a reason to be there. The one on the far right is the lesbian nurse there, lesbian hot nurse. So yeah, they all have a part to play. They've figured everything out, or they think they have, Enos and Gary. And they realize that the world may be going to end and that they're stuck there. And this is where he says something like, he's reading his notes, and he says something like, we're going to be here for the next years or whatever. And Terry's like, wait, what? I didn't agree to come down here and not leave. I actually figured she would try to get the door open or something.
I love that he was reading from cards. like he had a speech written down on index cards.
Yeah.
Well, I think, Terry kind of freaks out, and then he's like, there's a cloud of ash forming above us. There, you can't go out. You know what I mean? Like,
and she would have put them in danger. I thought like she'd try to, and they'd have to stop her. And that didn't really happen. She listened, but he made a compelling argument, I guess. And you're right, Fletcher. Even if he's got notes, he was prepared. You're right.
It was just funny.
No, it was. I agree. I mean, like I said, they're dorks. They know what they're doing, but yet at the same time, they have no clue what they're doing. So it's just they're socially have no clue what they're doing. Let's put it that way. But they got their, all their food, everything prepped. They got all their Amazon packages there in the background to use later from the mail. They did get a lot more because of the mail, so that was good. But yeah, they've got a bunker. They're safe for the next however long. And I think he was there to be a farmer, I think.
No, he was
no, he was the engineer, maybe. I can't remember. It doesn't necessarily matter. I can't remember.
No, Enos claimed to be the engineer. He
was carpenter.
Carpenter, yes. That's what
okay. I said farmer's carpenter. Okay. Either way, they all have a part to play. And then we go back to Xavier, who's still carrying around this baby. And I'm thinking, like, what is he going to do with the baby? The baby's getting kind of annoying, if I'm honest, at this point. Like, it didn't, not quite yet.
You know what's funny, actually? I forgot I forgot the baby was attached on him until a little bit later.
Right,
I completely forgot
at this point, I'm kind of like,
there.
wait, what's he gonna do with? Like, he's got to do something to get rid of her, right? Is what I was thinking. This is the point I think where he knows that Gary is at least telling some form of the truth, because he sees her painting on the wall of Terry, so he knows, yeah, she was here. This is true. He didn't make this up. Because he totally could have made it up just to get him in there to steal shit off of him. I mean, if this was Walking Dead, he would have pulled him in there, stole his stuff, and killed him, right? But no, it's she was really there. And he's like saying, you know, she was my best friend, and you need to help me save her, or something to that effect.
You know what's funny?
Taken.
He says she's been my best friend for the last 3 years. And then in the same sentence, he says, and then my best friend betrayed us. But he was talking about Enos. So it's like,
Yeah,
how are they,
like,
it's like,
you're right. It's the way
it was just scripted weirdly.
I hadn't even thought about that, but you're right. He does say that. Abby Bo Baby. Hello, Abby. Or Debbie Abby Bo Baby. Sorry, I can't talk today. Loves the show. I'm glad that you like Paradise. It is a great show. I just want to see the last episode. I'm going nuts not knowing what happens. All right. So we go back to the flashback. I only took a picture of this because my mind's on From today. Sorry, I couldn't help it. That immediately was like, okay, I'm thinking of Boyd's sign. And but they've been in the shelter for now exactly 3 weeks. I was gonna say almost 3 weeks. That is 3 weeks, Jamie. Multiply. So it's just showing time.
Wait, what?
Passing. Huh?
You might want to go back to that sign.
I could go back to the sign. What? What?
It says leave shelter in.
Oh, leave shelter in 21 days. I'm sorry. Okay. Well, I was talking about the 21. I didn't read what it said above there. They're going to leave the shelter in 21 days. So they've been in there more than 21 days.
Yeah. Probably. Like 2 years.
Okay. I am sorry. I can't read. That's all. Okay. Debbie is saying the same thing Fletcher is. Do you think Bean is linked? I just have a feeling. We were talking about that earlier. They do exist in the same timeline. So I don't know whether that's possible or not, but there has been shows that they've done that. So I can't say no for sure, but I don't know. I had not even, honestly, that had not entered my mind until they started talking about it today. But
if this show decides to go through time travel, it better be done plausible. Otherwise, it ruins the show.
Okay, that's fair.
And Karen and I, and you, me and Karen have been saying this for years. Time travel works only if the show makes the rules, they make the rules clear, and they stick to those rules. It's the only way time travel works. We've had shows where it worked wonderfully. We've had shows where it was garbage.
I feel though like that is there's an exception to that. Because I feel like Doctor Who does not follow its own rules, but it's still
Yes,
awesome.
it does.
Well, if you count timey-wimey as a rule. But to be fair, he says you can never meet
absolutely
yourself.
A rule.
It is, but he also said it's a paradox if you met yourself, and then he's met himself. So that's my only comment on that.
He also told Rose not to touch the baby, and then Amy hugs herself.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. They didn't exactly follow the rules. They were rules.
But their rules mean nothing. That's kind of
that's fair. But there are shows that follow the rules and seem to do it. And I agree with it. Look, so far this show has been written really well. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt to do it right. Whatever it is. It might not be time travel either. I hope people aren't getting these ideas from spoilers because that makes zero sense to me. No, we're not. We're getting this from Alex. No, the whole thing with the scene.
Golden Child. I don't know if you're aware of this, but you were in a room full of people who watch From.
Yes, Golden Child's aware of that. He's from there too.
And the From people are crazy. So that's where we're getting the ideas from.
No, the idea came from I still don't remember his name, but the guy that Billy killed, that he said
We're just
about
calling him Phil.
He's
Phil from Lost. I don't care what his name was.
Yes, I know. He stole from Lost. When he gave him the Kleenex because he knew his nose was going to bleed. So he somehow knew the future. We don't know
And
how.
there was something else that happened.
Yeah, no, but that's what started the conversation last week.
No, I know, but there was something else like that
Um,
that happened, and I feel like it was with Sinatra or something about Sinatra.
there was the thing where Xavier and Link seemed to be having visions of themselves, but we don't know.
Oh, that's what it was. Yes.
Yeah.
Xavier having dreams of something that hasn't happened yet.
Yeah, but no, Golden Child. This isn't from spoilers. This is totally just from conversations we had during our last live stream that everybody was talking about. All right, so Terry is having a hard time, and he's trying to talk to her, and he's also saying you got to pull your own weight. These people are going to be pissed because you're not doing nothing. You're just sitting there. Which I was kind of surprised that he likes. He isn't wrong, but I was
he's
kind of
absolutely right.
surprised that he said that to her.
Well, she told him to. She's like, just say it. Whatever it is, say it.
And he's like,
and she needed to hear that.
She did. And this is where, if I remember, this is the picture Xavier's looking at, right? And he sees that he is looking at Terry, and it's kind of like makes you think he has feelings for Terry because he's staring at her all the time. So yeah, that may be an issue. And then we have them at the train yard, I guess, train tracks, where he is telling Xavier that these people are who took Terry and Bean. I think he says they took Terry and Bean, right?
Yeah.
And sorry. So yeah, he wants Xavier to help him rescue them. And then there's the baby. And they're talking about what they're going to do. And then we have more flashback, which is that Bean's getting depressed, which I don't blame the poor kid. He's there, in a bunker, no other kids. He doesn't have anything to do. So they decide, I really love this part, that they are going to have Christmas. And they take all the, I don't know if they got I don't remember if they got the lights from packages or what, but they got Christmas lights from packages, and they put a whole bunch of packages together to form a Christmas tree because they're in the mail room. So they have tons of packages, and they gave each other gifts out of people's unused packages that were in the mail. They stole them all and used them.
You don't know how happy I was when they gave Bean Legos. I was like, finally, something.
Yeah.
Forgot the board. Nobody thought to bring board games, but at least the kid has Legos now.
Yeah. Well, that they stole from somebody else, but it's all good. No, I really love this though. That they did this.
It reminded me of Castaway.
I don't think I've ever seen all of that, so I can't comment on that.
How do you not see all of a movie?
I didn't really like it. I seen part of it and didn't watch the rest of it. It just wasn't my kind of movie, to be honest. I remember seeing like the part with the volleyball, and I remember thinking this is dumb and not watching it. That's the truth. It was not my kind of show. That's a federal offense. It is. It's a federal offense. They're stealing everybody's mail. You are right, but it's funny. Either way, I love that they did this. Enos is. They're trying to get him to open up a little bit. He's like, we can't use the power for this. And they're like, oh, come on. We have to have some joy here. We have to Lego.
Yeah, she's like, she says to him, she's like, here's Scrooge.
Yeah, you're right, Kelly. That's funny, but you're right. But yeah, they're trying to get him to realize he needs to live a little. Look, I kind of look at it like, what's the point in saving everybody's lives and living if you're not going to actually live? Like, you have to have some fun or it don't work. But he does start to come around a little bit. There they are, all having their party. And then we find out, I believe, didn't Gary gave her the radio, right? That part I don't have.
He built it.
He built it. Okay, I couldn't remember that part. Okay. He built the radio for her out of the parts that were there in order for her to try to contact her husband. So every year she uses enough power because they go out and they fix the tower there, the radio thing. And every year she tries calling him, but obviously we know it doesn't work. Well, it kind of does work because, doesn't work to get a hold of him, but it kind of does work because that's what Sinatra recorded was her conversation. but she tries and tries, and maybe starts to lose a little hope after
Well,
some.
she can only broadcast. She can't receive.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, either way, she's leaving messages about where she's at. And then this is where I don't remember their names. I'm sorry, and I don't think it's written here. Jackie, is that Jackie? I'm looking
Yeah,
at the credit
Jackie
card.
and
Jackie and I know the
I
other.
forgot. I
I
forgot
can't
the hot nurse's
remember her
name.
name.
Her name's Hot Nurse, even though
Connie,
she's
yeah,
not
that's her real name. I think it's Jackie and Crystal. I'm looking at
Crystal.
this calendar.
Yes, you are correct. Crystal.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. I thought that was actually somebody else. It's not. All right. So Jackie proposes to Crystal, right? That she proposes. She's getting down there. So yeah, they're happy. They met each other through this. And they're all celebrating this, that they have somebody. Enos is a little
He's
upset
a
that they don't.
okay. He's a curmudgeon. He's even like he's like, all right, 5 minutes. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, but at least he's letting him have the Christmas, right? I thought he was either going to be Baby Calvin or Little Dylan Rip, but then being another 4-letter nickname, it's the first thing Enos says is how old is he? But it's hard for him to remember. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's very possible that Bean is somebody, especially because I'm guessing Bean isn't his real name. So I don't know. But
Or he's just a kid.
or he's just a kid. Very possible. Hey, Dieter, welcome.
Hey, Dieter.
All right. So Terry is trying, and then at some point, Enos destroys her radio, and she's like, "Why would he do this?"
Oh, she knows why. She's just
Yeah,
pissed off that he did, and then he denies it.
yeah, and then he lies and denies it, and I think he says he'll help her fix it. And then we go back to the present for a little bit, where they're going to try to find her, and they make a bomb. They're making the bomb. They're going to figure things out. And then we see that they are finally outside. They've got a garden. Everything is going well there at this point. They're thriving in this place. It becomes clearer as time goes on that Gary is falling in love with her.
Okay, we
Or
already
less.
know Gary's in love with her because when he gave her the
Oh, that's right. He gave her the card, and then she said something like, I still love my husband. This isn't. I'm
card,
not gonna.
no,
Yeah, it's not gonna.
he gave
What
her
was
the
it?
radio,
Oh, the radio. Okay, I was thinking he gave
and
her
he
a
tried
card.
to kiss her.
Yeah. Okay. Well, for whatever reason, hey, I've been trying to do less pictures because you guys complain I have too many. Well, Karen complains I have too many pictures.
I didn't
I
complain.
know. I said Karen complains I have too many pictures, so I don't always get every little thing now.
Yeah, but that's kind of a big thing that he tried to kiss her, and
It
that
is.
was and that was the minute I stopped trusting Gary.
Yeah. Yeah, because he knows that she's married. He knows that she hasn't forgotten about her husband. And it wasn't like he apologized really, or
I took everything at face value until he tried to kiss her. As soon as he tried to kiss her, I said, all right, he's hiding something else. He's not telling the whole story. And I don't think anybody took her.
yeah, he's getting a little creepy. Either way, he's fallen in love with her, has fallen in love with her, whatever.
Which is maybe why they cast somebody that used to play a serial killer.
Maybe. I guess we'll have to. Debbie says, I thought he was a creep. He was very strange, and did seem creepy from the beginning. He wanted to give her freak. Oh, Cloud, you're funny. All right. So Crystal and I already forgot what I said her name was. Crystal and Jackie. Oops, I lost my thing here. Crystal and Jackie are going to leave. They want to go to the trading post or whatever, right? And I can't remember. Was he not happy about that? I'm trying to remember exactly.
No, they were fine with it. Crystal's going to set up she's going to set up a clinic.
Okay. I was thinking Terry didn't. I was thinking Terry said she wanted to go with him. She didn't. That's why I'm getting.
No, Terry said she couldn't because if Xavier ever comes looking for her, he needs to know where to find her.
Yeah. Yeah. So she has to be there. But they're going to take off. They're fixing the mail truck. They go to see. He takes Xavier to the trading place. where there's the auctioneer
At
there
the Thunderdome.
at the Thunderdome. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Dieter. Yes, everybody, please like and subscribe to Sci-Fi-Vision. Hype the video if you can, and make sure you join us tomorrow night at 10 for our From show. All right, so he meets this guy who doesn't want to sell him a gun. Or no, Xavier's trying to sell him the gun. Xavier wants, what does Xavier want?
Xavier's going to trade the
wall.
gun for two walkies, and there was something else that he wanted, but I wasn't sure what he said.
I think it was something for the bomb, I thought, but I honestly don't remember.
It was. I just don't remember what it was.
Okay. Enos was very sad quietly. His hot nurse was leaving. That was funny. But yeah, he doesn't want to help them. But then whenever they see Jackie and oh god, that's so bad. I can't remember. I remember their name for like 5 seconds. Crystal, Jackie and Crystal. They're like, he's our friend. You have to help them. So the guy agrees to buy his gun, sell them what they need. And then he's like, hey, people I don't know, I'm going to give you this person's baby to watch for a while because I can't carry the baby and do shit. This is where I think the baby's in the way and it's annoying to me.
See, but not in the way anymore.
I know, but it's a TV show. It's what they do on a TV show. But that's why babies annoy me in TV because they have to get rid of it for a while. So it's going to be put in the drawer and go with them for a while. But at least it seems like it might be safe. But, he doesn't really know them. So, I mean, he's trusting Gary, and he doesn't know Gary.
Okay, but we find out in a few minutes why he trusted them, because he knows Terry trusted them because Terry let Jackie tell the kid bedtime stories.
Yeah, that's right. So he knew that meant she trusted him. So he trusts him. I forgot about that. So they're going to keep the baby while he goes and blows up something. At least that's his plan, I guess, because he has a bomb. All right. So this is, I believe, you have to tell me if I'm wrong, but I believe is where Terry is talking about leaving. No? Yes? No? I'm so confused.
She's still making fuel. Enos went there to apologize to her for destroying the radio.
Yeah, he's like, I'm sorry I destroyed the radio. And she forgives him, but she still don't like him.
He's like, I don't hate you. He goes to this whole thing about, I don't hate you. I respect you. I don't really like you. I still don't think I like you. And she's like, get to the fucking point.
He's like, I'm sorry. Yeah. All right. Let's see. The boy wouldn't tell him his name. X didn't let him hold the baby. Animal instincts. Yes, that's true. Bean trusted him, though. I mean, to some extent, he went with him.
No, that's. I mean, but he's never told anybody his name other than Bean.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what his parents called him. Who knows? Maybe he don't remember his name. So yeah, he is going to go try to find her, and then it shows then the more of the flashback of Enos and Gary getting pulled at gunpoint by this group. Who do they say who they are? I want to make sure before I say anything I shouldn't say.
They didn't give themselves a name or anything, but they're on their way to join up with Link.
Okay, so they're connected to Link, though. That's what I was getting at. I wanted to make sure before.
She's like, I'm not. She's like, she goes, I can't say why we're going there. I'm not the leader. The leader's some kid named after a video game.
Yeah, so you're like, oh, Link. Okay. Yeah, and that's she's from the new Orphan Black. I had talked to her for that. That's why I'm like, I know her. But yeah, they're like telling them that we're on our way there. They seem like they might be good people. We have no reason not to trust them. But because Terry knows that they're headed to Colorado, of course she wants to go with them.
Terry doesn't know that. Terry doesn't know that. Terry's not there. They know that people are going to Colorado. Okay, they're on their way back to tell Terry.
Okay.
They're on their way back to tell Terry. Did you watch the show?
They're on their way back to town. It's been a while. That's why I said I couldn't remember. I know that he gets mad, but I couldn't remember. Okay, Xavier's walking with them, and they're gonna go set off the bomb. This is what I remember. I know that he gets all pissy and then he shoots Enos. I don't
Yes, he shot
describe
Enos
it.
because Enos was like, it's so funny. She's been trying so hard to get back to her husband and making all that gas and everything. And now, as soon as we get back there, she's going to want to go with these people.
Okay. So she
And
would
that's when a
want
light bulb goes off, and and he's standing there talking to Gary, and like all of a sudden Gary's like, "Oh shit, she's gonna leave me," and that's when he shoots Enos.
and that's when he shoots Enos, although Enos wasn't the one doing it. So that was kind of like, why did you shoot him? Like I guess he was just pissed and he's got a bad temper.
No, he shot Enos because Enos is gonna tell her.
Oh, okay, that's right. Enos is gonna
If
tell
he
her.
tells her, she leaves,
Okay.
which she
I
ended up
was
doing
thinking,
anyway because
yeah,
Link, Jesus Christ,
no, you're right. I was
because
thinking that she went to leave with them. I couldn't remember what happened. I'm just
but she ends up
confused.
leaving anyway because Bean sees him shoot Enos.
Yes, so she's gonna take off. You are correct. Um, and then we have Xavier at the end. We don't get to see what happens with him and
Well, Xavier shakes his hand because he told him that he was in love with Terry. That's the thing he's hiding. I don't
yeah,
think Xavier trusts him still.
I don't think he
Xavier,
does either.
yeah.
Yeah. But the point is, Terry is going to leave, even if I'm wrong about the reason. Terry is going to leave. You're right, because Bean, I'm sure, went and told her. I don't know if did they show that he went and told her.
We don't see him
We don't
tell her
see
or
that.
anything.
We're
But
assuming.
at
Okay.
this point, I'm assuming it because we know she's not there.
Well, yes, we know some reason she left, so we're assuming that. But yeah.
And they
Either
don't
way,
seem like, and those people aren't kidnappers, so clearly she left of her own accord
yes,
because Gary killed Enos.
yes. Either way, Gary's pissed because she's probably going to leave if she finds out, and we know she probably will. All right. So yeah, he cannot trust him. We know now that he can't trust him, but we did not get to see the results of this yet because they ended the scene there with us like, what's going to happen? So, yep. So another cliffhanger. The show has a lot of cliffhangers, doesn't it?
And I have Karen texted earlier.
Yeah, I know. I meant to read it.
So Paradise. I think the mailman lied. The train people didn't kidnap everyone. Bean told him he killed. She called him Robbie.
Yeah. They all
Enos,
fled to the
and they all
train.
fled to the train. Mailman wants to use Xavier to kidnap Terry, and if he can get X killed, then she can love the mailman.
Yes. 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 That is a good point. Either way, look, it's going to go to shit, and there's going to be a big blow up, I think, at some point because
Well, yeah,
he
no,
is
I mean,
definitely
they're
not
gonna.
trust.
I foresee something to the effect of Xavier's gonna set off the bomb to distract everybody. He's gonna go in to get Terry. He's gonna be like, "Come on, Terry. Gary's with me," and she's gonna be like, "Don't trust him." And Gary killed Enos, and Xavier's gonna be like, "Shit, I knew there was something about that guy," and they're gonna like turn around. There's gonna be Gary with a gun on them.
Well, we know Gary has a gun, so that could be the point. Yeah, they definitely can't trust his crazy ass at any rate. And that's what Golden Child says. They didn't take her; they left us crazy. Yes, 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 yes.
That.
Yeah. So yeah, like I think there. Either way, we know there's going to be some kind of confrontation next week. Assuming we don't see a different flashback from another place. I don't think we will, but
I think next week we're gonna kind of get one of those split type episodes. Like we'll see this. We'll see the finality of this, but I think we'll also be back in Paradise seeing stuff.
yeah, I don't think they're gonna keep us away too long. Gary's got a. That's funny. I tell you guys, that's what my teacher in 6th grade, he would sing songs about everyone in our class. That's what he sang about me. Jamie's got, obviously my name isn't Janie, but that's what he
Close enough.
started singing about me. Now you couldn't do that. That would be bad now. You couldn't do that. He used to sing that.
Yeah, well, fuck them.
Oh, it was teasing.
No, I mean, fuck people
Gary.
that
Okay.
can't.
I thought
No,
you meant,
never mind.
I got it now. All right. So yeah, I think my predictions for this episode would have been that I think Terry and him, I hope at least by the end of the next episode, they're going to meet up. I mean, it's already episode what, 6 of 8?
5
No, this was
next
5. I
season.
mean, next week
Yeah,
is 6.
right.
So I would be very surprised if they didn't. Like I said, unless we got all flashback, or not all flashback, all you know, at the compound. I guess that could happen, but otherwise, I'm sure we're going to see part of it.
No, it's all going to get sorted out by the end of the episode, and Terry and Xavier and the baby, they're all going to get on the train and head to Colorado.
Yeah, maybe that would be good, but I don't know. We'll have to see. But I do want to. I know that like we do want to still see the other side though too. You know what I mean? Like I think the stuff at Colorado is interesting, just as interesting as this.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
actually like some of that a little
absolutely.
more
But
actually.
that's what I'm saying. I think we're going to get a split episode next week.
Yeah, I think that's a good guess.
Because
All
honestly,
right.
if we're just in Colorado next week, I will be annoyed that we don't get the resolution from this.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people will be if that's the case. We want to
So
see
give me a
both.
split episode where we see both sides, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
So
All right.
all right. So
Or maybe we'll
anybody
ride
that
that one train. Better not be Golden Show.
oh,
Better not be. Are you going to do Star Trek or are you waiting
I
for
was
Karen?
just gonna say, anybody that's here for Star Trek, I sadly I will not be talking Star Trek tonight. We will double up on it next week, Karen and I, when she's
Okay,
back.
that's what I kind of figured. All right. And then for everybody else, like I said, yeah, tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern, join us for our breakdown of the From season 4 trailer. And let me know in Discord if you want to have a watch party for the season 3 finale. I mean, I don't know whether people want to or not because it's jumping ahead because we didn't do the rest, but I kind of feel like it might be a good refresher before we talk about the trailer. So yeah, but that's tomorrow night at 10. And if we do a watch party, it'll be at 8:30. Make sure you guys come. We might have some more From announcements then. We'll see. Like I said, we do have at least 2 confirmed guests that are not coming tomorrow, that are coming when the season starts, that are, performers from. So that stuff we should have more info about soon. But yeah, it's getting closer, and I decided to go ahead and do the breakdown because everybody seemed to want it. And there was a gazillion of them going on today, so we had to wait till tomorrow. Plus, Scarlett wasn't available, so this way we all can do it. I think Jen's going to join us. Doc's going to join us. I don't know. Whoever else wants to join us can join us. But please come listen. And already got my screen caps done, so got lots for that. Yeah.
I'm enjoying my From rewatch. So far, every episode, Damon yells, "Jade, shut the fuck up! Somebody shut him the fuck up! Jade, shut the fuck up! Somebody shut him."
Jade's awesome, man. Jade's awesome.
I don't think you remember how annoying Jade was in the first season.
Okay, that's fair. I probably thought that too back when we watched it. It's been a while. There are, Kimberly. I just hope that you guys come. I'm worried that everybody's going to be frummed out by tomorrow, but I guess I should probably know that that's not the case.
Have you met these people?
Yeah, I know.
Nobody's going to be from Karen, Jamie. From when did last season end?
A long time ago. I don't know.
Yeah. My point is, we haven't stopped talking about From since then. So I don't think everybody's frummed out.
That's fair. I just know that everybody did it right away. But I don't know. Me, I would rather think about what I'm going to say than go on and talk before I've really thought it through. So I feel more comfortable waiting anyway to figure out the different things that we want to talk about with the trailer. I don't know how long it's going to be. I know some of the other live streams have gone on a lot longer than I think we will. But if there's going to be 4 of us, 4 of us, I don't know. But yeah, there's a lot. So as long as we get the people still coming, I think it's good we waited because there's been way too many. But yeah, so that is tomorrow. And yeah, actually, I can say, I probably should say this. I didn't, if you talk From, they will come. You're right. The first, unless we schedule something before that, the first From guest is probably going to be the second week, sometime during the second week, after the second episode airs, I think, just because of the way the timing worked. But we should have a definite on that time really soon. And let me check. I probably should check my email before I go. Maybe I got new things. Who knows? I do not. But yeah, I think that I will probably have more info on all that soon. But will it be a live chat tomorrow? Yes. If you're meaning when we do the interviews, yes, as long as we are able to do that. But yes, tomorrow is going to be like now, but it'll be 4 of us doing it and talking about it. And I don't know if we'll use video or just screen captures. I already got tons and tons of images from it to talk about. So but we'll break it down. All right. Well, if there is nothing else, trying to think if there's anything. The From interview, no, we are obsessed. Yes. Well, I'm glad. And I
Kimberly's asking. Yes, the interviews are going to be live.
Yes, as long as we can get them live, the interviews are always live. I mean, sometimes there's issues and they have to be recorded for whatever reason, but we always try to do them live. And some of the spotlight interviews are moving closer.
I think the only interview we did that wasn't live was with Reese and Richard.
Yeah, that wasn't live. Also, the one we did for Wheel of Time, but I think that was a time thing because he was in another time zone, wasn't it? I think that was because he was international. And there was one we did for, wasn't one of the Institute ones not live?
No, they were all live.
Oh, okay. I thought there was another one. Either way, yeah, as long as we can do them live, we'll be doing them live. And I'm sure there'll be from junkets coming up too, though. Those won't be live, but the live streams will be live. So yeah, but if you guys have questions for the people too, you can always leave them ahead of time in Discord as well. All right. Well, I guess that is it,
folks.
everybody. Thank you for joining us. Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Karen's messaging